Okay. So in the last session, we covered string concepts, right? So there are some few balance programs are there. So those are related to string interview purpose. So most of the in interviews they will ask these kind of programs. So the first program is reverse the string. How many ways you can reverse the string? So here we are having three types of programs to reverse a string. The first way is we can apply what is this slicing mechanism. Okay, so slicing mechanism means so we are applying we on the string to reverse a string. We are applied a slice of operator and we use this logic to reverse a string. Okay, this is the first way. So what about the second way? Second way. So we are going to use some predefined functions that which are available in the string. Okay. So now again same s is equal to input of enter some string print of okay dot join. This function we already discussed dot join and reversed. This is also inbuilt function. This will come now in the list and other data structures. So reversed of s. I'm commenting this first approach Python automation. So this is the second approach. So there is a third approach is also there. So the first one is we use the slice mechanism, and second one is second way is it's related to inbuilt inbuilt functions. Inbuilt functions. Okay. Third approach is third way using condition statements and loops, for loops and conditional statements. By combining of these loops and conditional statements, we can achieve this reverse of a string mechanism using loops and conditional statements. Okay, so the same I have taken the same statement here. Next, I is equal to length of s minus 1. Here I am applying a length function to count the characters in a string. Okay, after that what I am doing? I am doing minus 1. So minus 1 is, for example, the length of string is 5. 5 minus 1 what? 4. Then what is the I value initially? 4. I will tell you the program explanation. Okay, target is nothing but our output. It's a empty. I give an empty string because we are writing a strings, right? We are not writing a integer value, I mean integer or floats. So how can you declare a string? A variable s is equal to quotes. Within the quotes only you are going to write a string. So target is equal to empty string. And now I'm using while loop. While I greater than or equal to 0 colon target equal to target plus s of I. Now I equal to I minus 1 int target. So this is the logic that interviewer is expected from you, not using slicing mechanism, not using inbuilt function. They won't expect both those two approaches because those are very easy. So you can apply this slicing mechanism by simply colon minus 1. Then immediately it will reverse your string content. reverse your string, whatever you entered from the keyboard. And the second way, you are going to use this inbuilt functions called join or reverse, all those things. So you can use any of the inbuilt function to reverse the string based on the requirement. What they don't require all those things. They need to use your logical ability, your thinking process using logical ability. So for that, you have to use loops and conditions to reverse the string. So here you can observe I equal to length of string minus 1. So what is the total string characters here? What is the count? Okay, how can you know the length? By using length function, right? So I have declared a variable called I equal to length of s minus 1. Let's say, for example, the string that you are going to give Python. So you can observe in this comment Python. How many characters are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. Okay. From 0 to 5 means it's totally 6, but it will show 5 because of it is calculating the index from the 0th point. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So the string, how many characters in a string totally for this Python string? So it is 5. 5 minus 1. I value will be what? 4. Okay. You have declared a empty variable target equal to colons. Sorry, quotation, quotes. So why? Because we are going to write the string in the quotes only, right? So we are going to write the string in the quotes only. So now I am using while condition. While I greater than or equal to 0. I greater than or equal to 0. So what is the I value now? Length of s minus 1. So 5 minus 1. Initially, the Python string content what? The entire Python string, how many characters? 5. 5 minus 1. That is the calculation that we are doing in the line number 12. Sorry, line number 13 using this length function. So 5 minus 1, 4. I value will be what? 4. Okay. Now, in this while loop depends on upon what? It depends upon the condition, right? When the condition is true, then only while loop will be exited. Otherwise, the while loop is keep on rotating. So, while I greater than or equal to 0. So, I value will be 4. 4 greater than or equal to 0 or not? Yes, it's greater than or equal to 0. Then in that case, now we are writing a logic target equal to target plus s of I. S of I. So you are going to insert the character based on the condition that we apply. S of I means what? P. Okay, target value is P. And then again we are doing I equal to I minus 1. We are reversing it. So this I value will be what? 0. So first value will be minus 4. Then immediately it will consider the last value based on the, sorry, minus 5 based on the this particular length function. So like that it will reverse it. It will keep on adding while rotating this while loop until this condition is true. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 like that. Then immediately string will be reversed. You can observe this program. So I'm giving initially Python. How it worked because of this for loop, while loop. So like that we can achieve the reverse of a string using this approach, three approaches. So in some situations, they will ask you to write a program. I will tell you another program. After that, I will share the list of programs what I am having with me. It's around 13 programs I am having with me. All those are very important program in interview point of view. I will explain another program. After that, we can move to the list concept. Okay. So you have to practice it because if you are explaining all these things, it will take so much time. So for the time being, so you have to practice it, all the programs, and I already shared the list of programs also, but these interview programs, I will explain another one also. So next program is reverse reverse order of your words. Reverse order of your word. Reverse order in the sense, something like learning Python is easy is the word. I mean, as a sentence. I want to reverse it. Easy is Python learning. I want to ask you like this in an interview. I want to reverse of a string is one approach. I want to reverse order of a words. I want to reverse internal content of a string. Internal content in the sense this one like Y S A E S I N O H T Y P like this. This is another program. Like this, we're having multiple programs, and sometimes they will ask you, I want to count how many E's are there in this entire string, how many S are there, how many M's are there. I want to count 5 S, 2 E's like that in the entire string. So that is also other programs are there that I will share you. So now we are going to discuss what reverse order of a words. Okay, this program. I'm going to comment it. Okay. Now I will write a logic. S is equal to input of enter some string. This is a common line. Okay. So now I want to use some predefined functions and as well as loops also, because if you want to use only loops, the program might be lengthy. The logic you need to write more. So here I am going to combine inbuilt functions and loops as well. Conditional statement. Under conditional statements, iterative statements called loops. So L is equal to S dot split function. Split, what the split will do? Split will split the words based on the spaces or whatever we have given. Okay. Now L1 is equal to empty list. Empty list. I have taken empty list. So the split function will the splitted words will be stored into that list. So now I is equal to length of L minus 1. Again same length of, sorry, I here I have declared I. L. Okay. I is equal to length of L minus 1. After that, while I greater than or equal to 0, L1 dot append. Append means we are going to add, that we were discussing the list concepts. Okay, don't worry about this function. Okay, append of L of I. I equal to, I will explain this line by line logic. I minus 1 and output equal to quotes dot join L1. Okay. Now print of output. You can observe the logic. Now I am giving learning Python is easy. Okay. Space it showing empty. I'll do one thing. One space, two space. Run it again. Okay. Easy is Python learning. So words were reversed. Okay. Reverse order of the words. Yes, it is performed. So how it is executed? In the line number 7, initially S is nothing but what? This is string, right? They're the characters, all the list of characters. So S dot split, on what basis I want? By default, split function will take what space? So it was taken this space here. So based on this space, it was splitted. Okay. So now the split content will be stored where? In the L. I will do one thing. I will write a print statement to know what is the L. Okay. I will run it again. Learning Python is easy. See, once it is splitted, the L value contain the strings like this. This is the L once it is splitted based on what? Spaces. Now L1 equal to what? Empty list. Why I have taken the list? Because by default it was taken the list. So that's the reason L1 equal to empty list. I is equal to length of L minus 1. What is the length here? 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 index, based on the index 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 minus 1. I value is 3 minus 1. So then finally I is equal to what? I is equal to what? 2. Okay, I value will 2 greater than or equal to 0. Yes, then what it will ask? So L1 dot append of L of I. Then try to add the L of I value. What is the L of I? I value is be what? 2, right? Immediately L of 2 will be added here. So 0, 1, 2. Here we are doing what? L minus 1. So the 2 value will be this. So easy will be added. After that, we are doing decrementation. Again, I equal to I minus 1. So 2 minus 1. So the value will be again decremented based on this calculation. So one by one, easy will be added, ease will be added, Python will be added, learning will be added like this. So once it is added, we are using what? Join function. So L1 contains what finally? All the list of words in the reverse order. So we are going to join them in one string using dot join function by providing the space. So I have declared a variable called output here. Output equal to empty space dot join. Then immediately this entire string should be reversed in the form of words and it is joined here. So finally we will get a output string like this. So this is the way we can reverse order of a words which are available in the string. So we can achieve this program. So we are having multiple programs. I will share with you, all of you. So please practice it. So all these are related to interview purpose. Okay. So the next topic is list data structure. So yesterday, the last session we discussed about string data type. So here we are calling as a data structure. So why it is data structure? Why it is not string like a data type? So but initial theory classes we discussed about predefined data types or list, tuple, set, all are comes under predefined data types. So what is the difference between data type and data structure? Data type is the same data type, same in the sense it will accept the data types are integers only, or float only, string characters only, complex numbers only, same type, same type. But coming to data structure, it will allow the data in the different formats. You can add like string, integer, float, all those things to a data structures. So that is the major difference between the data structures and the data type. But why you said initially a list is a data type? Yes. So we can add same data types using list also. Depends upon the interview, depends upon the application requirement. If you want to add data types using list, for example, we are having a 10 to 12 integers. So instead of declaring 10 integers, a equal to 10, b equal to 12 like that, why don't we put them in one list? Because list will allow same data type and different data types also. So in that case, why we need to go for array? So that is the major difference between array and collection frameworks. In interview also they will ask you, what is the difference between array and list? What is the difference between array and collection framework? Arrays means those are allow the data in the same data type. Those are called homogeneous objects are allowed. Homogeneous in the sense same data types. For example, if you declare an array here, so a equal to 1, array of 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. You won't accept integers, floats, strings to mix it. Okay. So, but if we are using the data structures called collection frameworks like list, tuple, set, all those things, those will allow both types, same data types and different data types also. You can declare a list like this. List is equal to 1, 2, 3, something. Okay, this is a list. You can observe. So print of or type of list. You can check the output. What kind of data structure it is? List data structure. Okay. Now I'm going to change this 32 to 32.56 here, and I am something 25. I have changed it. I added string test also. You can observe. I debug it. I want to run it. Okay. See, even though it is taking as a list because of what is the reason here by accepting this. This is a data structure. There are some characteristics are available in the list data structure. If we want to represent a group of individual objects in a single entity where insertion order is preserved and duplicates are allowed, then we should go for list. This is the definition about the list. If you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, in a sense, in one particular place where insertion order is preserved. Preserved in the sense, whatever values you are inserting, those will follow one order. One by one will insert. Okay, based on the insertion. And duplicates also allowed. It will allow duplicates values. So why it is allowing duplicates values? There is some reason behind they designed at the time of list data structure. Okay, then we should go for list. Okay, insertion order is preserved in the sense it will, while inserting the data, for example, I will show you. One you inserted initially, one will be inserted, two will be inserted second time. So that the increment order will be keep on moving right. Order wise it will insert. So duplicates, it will allow duplicates. Heterogeneous objects, just now I shown you. String, list, string, complex, integer, float, boolean, all different data types it can be accept. Okay, and list is a dynamic because based on our requirement we can increase the size and decrease the size. So if you want to modify the list elements, you can modify. And the list elements will be placed within a square brackets with a comma operator. So if you want to declare a string, this is the syntax to declare a string. We can observe here and in this program also square brackets with a comma operator. So Python supports both positive and negative indexes, right? Whereas negative index means this concept you already discussed in the strings also. Indexing mechanism, positive index and negative index, all those things. So that indexes also will work here in the lists. So now go down. This is a list. This is the positive index and this is the negative index. So next topic is list objects are mutable. We can change the content. List objects are mutable. See, once you declare a string, you can modify the content according to your requirement. That is the reason list is a dynamically nature to update the objects. So here, so we already discussed in the operators concept, there is a table. So mutable, immutable nature for each and every data type we discussed. So the same thing here. Yeah, this list is a mutable nature. So how to create a list? We can create a empty list like below. List is equal to open brackets, open and close braces. If you check the type of this open and close braces content, it should be a list type. Or second one is you can use the list function. See, this is the another approach. List of, if you want to declare a variable like this, instead of this square bracket, so you can write like this. L is equal to list of the values. You can give the values like this. So if you want to check it, print of L. Right, so argument list expect most one. Okay. Okay. So here I think we have to provide not like this. Yeah, we have to integrate with the collections. So that's the reason it is showing like this. Collections in the sense we can provide this list. If you are applying the collection list of range of 1, 100. Print of list. Like this, it will be converted. If you are using different collections, you want to print these values in the list format, directly apply this list function. It will be printed like this within a square brackets like this. So to print the content. So this is the way you can use the list. So now you can observe here. what is the here also this is another example. There is a string s is equal to python l is equal to list of s, because s is a sequence collection of characters. Internally it uses what codes to collect the content, the all the string characters they mentioned in a quotes. So directly we apply the list of s, automatically it will show you it. So now we can try it, that one also. S is equal to quotes of python automation. Okay, print of s of print of not print, I think. Output equal to list of s print. Now it is trying to print of output. Print of Python, everything will be separated within a comma operator and including space also. After Python automation, there is a space is there. Even that also considered as a individual object. These are all called as a individual objects. All these content should be difference. I mean, divided like this. So now with the split function, this is all the example programs so that you can practice it. See here nothing. So by using the split function, they want to split this entire content in a parts, and that should be printed in the list like this. Learning Python is it. So sometimes we are having a nested list concept that we will discuss in future. So the first topic is in the list, accessing the elements of a list. Okay, how can we access the list elements? We can access the elements of a list either by using index operator or slice operator. The same we applied in the strings also. The same we applied in the strings. That is the indexing and slicing mechanism is applicable for what? List as well. So list follows zeros based index. Index of first element is always zero. The same concept, the same theory concepts is also available here. So list supports both positive and negative. Positive index means left to right. Negative index means right to left. List equal to what? 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. This is the list we have declared. I want to access the 0th element. Print of list of 0. Okay, list of 0. Immediately 10 will be printed. List of -1. This 40 will be printed. So we can try with this by using list. List equal to empty list 10, 12 comma 13 something. Some values I have given randomly. Okay, this is the list. Okay, here I want to, I can give one thing. I'll do one thing instead of this bulk values. So 5 comma 4.5 comma floating value I have provided string also, because we want, I think it's not for this, it is a boolean. Okay, now here we want to fulfill this. Yeah, so what it said, do if you want to represent a group of individual objects into single entity, see all these are the individual objects, nothing but true is different, it's a boolean data type, and test is a string, 4.5 is a floating value, 12 13 4 those are all integers. So now print of ls, this is the way it is printing. So I want to access this content in a list by using what? Okay, indexing approach of what is there in the 3, it will be printed 4.5 0 1 2 3 like this. Okay, I want to print 4. Just like this, you can access the content of a string by using what? Indexing operator. The next topic is slicing. So the same slicing we applied in the strings also, we are going to apply here by using slice operator. So this is, let's say this is what a list, right? So the list contains what 1, 2, 3, something, something, the values. So I want to apply a slice operator. So what is the syntax for slice? Starting point, in ending point, and step also. Same syntax that we apply here. We can apply here. So for example, 0:4. Okay. It is a 0, 12, 34, 5, 4.5. Sir, what is the end value syntax? N minus 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be here. But n minus 1 in the sense 4 minus 1. Automatically it printed like this because it is considering 0 as the first value. That is the reason it's not considered as a 4 as a test. So don't confuse here because you said like there is a 4. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will come like this. That's the reason it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So immediately 4 minus 1, the value should be 4 like this. Then we can observe how many values are there. 4, you can observe 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the reason we can use this slicing. So when this kind of requirement is useful, how to access, in which requirement we are going to access the list content. For example, as simple as that, you are filling some data entry application, some registration form, when your Facebook account creation or anything. So what will happen? Um, some applications that depends upon the developer logical thinking. So there is nothing but new tours. Register it. Simply the same example. Here what I am going to do, I am going to fill all these details. Once it is submitted, what will happen? This will go to the back end. So in the back end, we are entered the different data types. This is integer. This is this is a string. This is a integer phone number. Address is a string. City is a string. Postal code is a integer. And username might be alphanumeric. We don't know, right? Sometimes we'll give our date of birth and email id and pet names or something, and some interesting names whatever we have. So, and we'll give the password also. That's my our concern. We can give like alphanumeric and all those things. So all these are different data types. If you are using in the backend programming language array to capture this data, immediately it won't accept. Okay, that's the reason array is not covering in the development perspective. Array will be covering in data analytics topics. Okay, in the data analytics, same data they will do the analytics purpose, same kind of data types. So there mostly arrays will use NumPy, Pandas, data analytics, Matplotlib. All those are related to a Python data analytics platform. That's a different story. But here we are using what the data structures. What data structure? It might be collection. I'm sorry, list. It might be tuple. All the why it might be list, because sometimes this first name and last name are they have given the same, something called in some North Indian people, their last name should be same like as a father name, like some depends, or the cities are same some people. So how can we accept the duplicates? So we are capturing all these elements in one form. Once you click the submit will capture all these input values in one list are in one bundle, right? It won't save it single wise, right? So, I mean, element wise. So because we have entered the data, so it will capture the JavaScript API call will capture all these input values in a bundle. That bundle will transfer to the back end. In the back end, the developers are going to use list tuple any data structure as per the requirement to capture this element. So in that case, so they need first name, last name, string, all those things we discussed already. Heterogeneous data means different data types. They will store it in a list and process to the DB. Once it is processed to the DB, the database will send some response. The data is already stored. Please inform to the UI. So the user account is created. So the database will return the list of parameters like in the list. So I want to only username to be present and show it into the UI, because hello test user, your account got created. Where is the test user? The test user is your username. It might be your username that should be stored into the database in the form of list. And while returning the database, the value should come in all the list values. But we need only test user that should be shown in the UI, that hello test user, your account got created. But we are capturing, we are accessing the elements, one of the element in the list instead of all the elements. That is the requirement. We can access this accessing of elements by using what? Slice operator and index operator. That's the reason accessing elements of a list. Not only in this requirement, so many places we are going to access the elements to talk with the different layers. So in the development as well as testing. So how it is useful in the testing perspective? So for example, in the UI side, you are getting multiple elements. You want to get only this particular third element or fourth element to access the content. You can use these operators to retrieve that particular third element and store it into the database. That should be coming in the automation scripting level. So we will discuss at that time. Okay, so this is the way you can access the elements by using slice and by using index. So next they are checking what list versus mutability. You said list is a mutable object. We can modify the list content once we declare it. So I want to cross verify, is it accepting the values or not. So now what we are doing, there is a list n equal to 10 to 40 values. So now n of 1 is 777. N of 1 is what? 777. So I want to update the index position called 1. What is the 1 here? 20. 20 will be updated to what? 777. So we can modify the list content. See in this output statement. We will also apply for our test. Okay. So I'm removing this. I want to print off list of 1. Okay. Print of list. What is the print of list of 1 here? Okay, I want to update this 34. Now I want to initialize this list of 1 equal to, instead of string, instead of integer, I'm going to update string. Okay, automation testing space. So I will print it. Print of list. Initially 34. After this, what will happen? Test of list of 1 we updated. Automation testing got updated. So how it is possible? Because of this mutability nature, list will be modifiable. So after that, traversing the elements of a list. So how can we integrate with the list using loops? Okay, simple. I want to print list of elements. I want to print the list of elements which are available in this list. Okay, by using what? Loop. Okay, so how can we integrate the loops with the list? This is called traversing. Traversing in a sense print one by one. So a simple I equal to 0 I have taken initially. Okay, while list less than length of n. Okay, list length of n. Okay, so length of n, not n, sorry, list. Now print of okay, list of I equal to I plus 1. See here I equal to 0. Initially we have, why it is initialization is required for while loop. While loop depends upon the condition. To fulfill this condition, we need a initialization. That is the reason I equal to 0, while list less than of less than length of list. So what is the list value here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We know the list length, right? So here we're calculating length. right? Length y, something like this. Yeah. L list of length of list. So we are putting this list value here as a then it is will be calculated the list of length. So the length function will return how many objects are in the list. Based on that, we are trying to print here. So once it is printing, after that we are incrementing. Initially it might be print 12, 20, 34, 5, 4.5 like that, right? So like that we can use the length function for this list. So okay, it is taken this. Might be I. I'll might be I. Why it is showing a length? It is getting error because L is equal to list. Try it. Email is not defined. Okay, so then we have to use the output value. It will be confused. N is equal to list of n. Okay, and this will be I. Then it will work. Int object is not a trouble. Okay. So what is happening here? We have declared different data types. That is the reason. Because so it requires the same data type to iterate it. If we are using this kind of initialization in the while loop, because you can observe here I equal to 0. It is asking the values based on the incrementation. So that is the reason it is. I'll do one thing: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. List of I value will be the length of function, length of n. Okay, this is n. It is not iterating. The L is not clearing out. Okay, we'll check it again. So the same we apply for for loop also. So for n1 in n colon int of n1. It should be printed like this because especially in the while loop doing the iteration, it requires only integers because we are initializing the integer values there. That's the problem. So I'll run it again. So I want to print only even and odd numbers by using list. The same program that we applied on string like normal loops and normal loops like for loops and conditions. So here n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a list. So I want to print only even numbers. So using list and for loop combination. For n1 in n colon, if n1 divided by 2 double equal to 0, print of what? N1. That is the output value. Because N1 means each element in the N. So 0, 2. Like this, we can achieve the list combination of loops using combination of loops. The while loop, there is an installation issue that I will explain tomorrow. Don't worry. So like that, we can use the combination of loops and list. These are called traversing the elements of a list. The sequential access of each element in the list called be traversal. Okay, so up to this, we will I will share the notes and the programs also. So up to this, please practice it. So tomorrow we are going to complete the list topic. We are having few more functions in the list. Almost 15 functions are there. Those are all the predefined functions. Those we can apply on the lists to get the data. It might be integer or it might be a string or anything. So those are all different functions. So something like this you can see here. Important functions in the list: length function, count function, index function, list manipulate functions like append. This append we already used in the string programs previously at the starting of the session. Append in the sense it will add the data based in the list by using some specific index and specific positions. So insert functions, these are the differences, extend functions, remove functions, so many functions are there. We are going to discuss all these predefined functions tomorrow, and we try to complete the list and we'll share the list programs also. So on this while loop also I will explain tomorrow, don't worry. So this is the way you can use the list in the regular programming. So any doubts you can ask now. So tomorrow we'll complete it list topic.